there it was also like a really, really difficult semi-final route. And I do well when it's hard moves, and I can do the moves. I do there.
Well, that's what the athletes have waiting for them. This is our wall. It says 16.7 meters high. It is actually a bit taller than that, around about 18, 19 to the very top. Width 26 meters. That's the area across the wall. It gives the route setters a lot of real estate to play with. Then the overhang 9.7 meters. That's the total overhang from the bottom to the top. But that's in the steepest bit, and our routes kind of go towards the right of the steepest bit. I was surprised they didn't decide to go through the big roof, but they just said it was a bit limiting.
Do it again.
Yeah, we have to watch this stress. Up he goes.
Okay, it's a joke. All right.
Not too bad.
Okay, it's a pretty sharp edge volume.
I mean, the route setters would not want to set something they're going to fall off on, but it would get his heart rate going.
It's like this mental mental catch at the start to throw you off. But most of these people will just get it together and continue as nothing happened.
Yeah, he'll deal with it. So the first part, pinches on those boomerang-shaped volumes. You have to cross through, cut loose a bit, be careful with your feet. And then that's through the left part of the wall. Then it crosses onto the center of the wall and back left, back right, and then finally the head wall. So it's quite a long route.
Yes, and these Frutti di Bosco squadra allowing for some, let's say, jamming.
So jam in there, crack aficionados, let us know.
You never know, like with these volumes you can do so much. And the route setters can play around with the shapes and the edges. But then from these sharp edge volumes we get onto some more round ones, dual texture holds.
Quite an awkward foot there, he's sort of standing on the rope.
The rope got caught in. This can be really tricky sometimes. If you stand on the rope, you can easily slip.
Yeah, considering he's only really on one foot and the tension. He has got a toe hook in on the right. Now he changes it and just swings to the left.
So these holds are, the white surfaces are completely plastic or slippery, and the only friction is on the red part. So there's this tiny circle in the middle where you can put a thumb and like pinch it, but in this case it's not necessary.
Yeah, and then he locks in the heel underneath. I don't think that's a sock, by the way. I think he's got taping at the top of his foot. Oh, well, it looked it from the other angle anyway.
I think it's a sock.
I'm always on the sock lookout nowadays. I've seen a few do it. So he goes up to the crim, then decides to drop down for a rest on the pinches.
Yeah, there's not many comfortable positions. Obviously, this is the final round. It's not going to allow for a bit of it.
Oh, big move, and he goes.
They would put some conditions in, and then if someone has a bad day, they don't go to another destination. This jump proves to be really easy, actually.
Yeah, so Taisei Homma is underway easy on the run and jump. Now, sit back and enjoy Taisei Homma a bit. He is one of my favorites to watch because he just keeps going. He's got some crazy endurance going on. And a lot of medals as well already, 4 to his name.
Yep.
I haven't seen him boulder.
Within Japan, I think they're pretty split between the disciplines, and then you have just a few people who are committed to the combined. Or well, at least at this point now. But also, what I heard happen, like for example, why Tomoe Narasaki is not competing in Elite this year, is that they had some really weird qualification route on their Japan Cup that had some crazy dyno in the middle, and Tomoe chose the wrong beta and fell on the dyno. And he didn't make the cut, even though he was in really good shape. And I think that happened to quite a few athletes, actually, that are doing well in both disciplines. But yeah, sometimes it's just one comp that defines the season, and you can't do anything about it. Same happened to Meiichi Narasaki with bouldering. He didn't make it, and then because some others were sick or couldn't come, he was a replacement, and then was in finals both times.
So Taisei Homma is coming up to this move, this sequence of moves.
So these illusion holds are so much different than the previous section. Very round.
Yeah, it has to be precise as well on that dual tech surface.
Yes.
And now this is the part where Satone fell off this crimp. Has he got the better body position? He's resting on it.
But now I'm thinking, yeah, he does.
Crosses through statically with the right foot low, kind of drill, pushing him downwards.
Yes, but this is such a weird body position for for the body, because you're twisted out left and you're like arched, and then you have to go back to the right. But this heel hook seems to be very comfortable, and he even finds a place to rest. Which is cool.
So then he starts to go out to the right, and you can see the tick marks on the volume. That's to give the athletes a clue of where the holds actually are. And they get bad at this point. Thin crimps and bad feet. But he's using this opportunity to rest halfway through. Looked like a good shakeout from Taisei there, so he might have got something back.
Yeah, seems to be quite a comfortable position for him at the moment. Underclaim the volume. I really like these volumes, triangular pyramidal ones that have like a good underclink. This is so good. Okay.
Oh, Taisei nearly comes off that, swapping the foot, jumping it in, but he makes that pinch work. Now crosses under, climbing a little bit quicker to get through this section. Will make this clip, and then he starts to go towards the left, where pinches beckon.
Now we're back to round holds again.
Root set is just chucking, crimps, and then pinches, then slopers. It's
You have to test people. Oh, and there's a dino.
Now there was a jump there from that sloper out.
Yeah.
He's so good when he just now he does. Yeah, now he's totally zen. I'm just reading too much into this. It got a bit weird. Then.
You just want to hug
quiet.
people. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it is. I do love again watching Alberto climb, because I've talked to him about that Olympic pressure and how much he felt it, and then he took time away, and it's just good to see him back in finals again.
Yeah. I actually had no idea how young he is. I haven't really talked to him, even though we competed at the same comps. I never had a chance to really talk to this person until like this last week. We were in Innsbruck training together, and there I got a chance to chat a little bit with him. And then I just had no idea how old he is. And I was, excuse me, how old are you? 19? What?
Spain's youngest gold medalist.
Yeah, I was then so shocked. Oh, this was some powering.
Yeah, he cruises
down there.
through that. No jams going on there.
Yeah. Seemed like he was just there. Reverse pull up.
But this is this high foot sequence. You've got to stand up on that black volume.
Yeah, no, the rope. The rope position can change your focus so much if you have it wrongly tangling around your feet or hips or knees.
Now, that method of doing it, the root setter said, if someone tries to snatch at it, they're probably going to fall off. So that move is very, very physical, the way he did it.
That seems so. Now we'll see how much it will affect him. So now he stands, I think, just on this circle. Yeah, oof.
Yeah, he kicks back. Yeah, so that might have taken a bit of power. Or he's just made a decision to do it the powerful way.
Yeah, I guess when you're up there, you have a choice to go shoulder in first, put your foot really high, and then press, because sometimes people don't find that thing comfortable. But no problem in this section, and now I guess he will decide to rest. Hopefully. Not even taking the jig.
That hold looks better from that. Oh, he doesn't rest. He's pretty much straight through, unless he's choosing to rest here.
Yeah, some people will choose to have long shake-offs, and some would just shake off on the way, every third move. Oh, he looks very tired right now.
Yeah, went up to the higher one, but Alberto's got a jump coming up, and he is a bit more jumpy than Taisei Homma, so it'd be interesting to see if that's the thing. Can I measure people on jumpiness?
But maybe he'll try to get static, you know, or just send it
That's a long way, isn't it? And he misses the jump too.
That's sometimes the problem with boulders. Like, I have struggled with this still, like, not to climb with my upper body so much.
Just crimping the blood out of every crimp.
Yes. Yeah, over gripping is really a thing.
Yeah.
It drains you out so much. Every time I switch from boulder to lead, I just don't know how to climb lead. Just keep squeezing juice out of holds.
Yeah, and it's so easy to remember afterwards, like, oh, I was over gripping, but at the time it feels like the right thing to do.
You have to think and breathe and just focus on relaxing, really.
So Yoshiyuki Ogata gets through the pinches nice and easy. Interesting method there with the foot in.
Yeah. Yoshida did the same bit with the foot in.
So pretty dynamic at the moment, just popping through these moves. These red and white holds have screw-ons. You've got to be accurate as well as powerful through here. That's the shadow from the cable, from the crane cam that's right behind him. So lay-backing that.
He's getting a little bit confused with all the holds. Continues on.
Healing.
Didn't use the left
So, bumping, now gets that screw on the pinch, enjoying these pinches, but he's got to do a bit of a move here.
Has to clip too. He's kind of struggling with the clips right now.
Easy the second time. But that would have taken just a couple of vital seconds out of his arms.
I wonder if you can go double here, like along with the left hand. Yeah. Trying to find out right way. And here you have to squeeze so much with on the right side. So he finds a comfortable position now, luckily.
So crosses through, high up on that thing. So he made that look pretty simple, that section. Then he crosses through. Right, so now, this is where things start to get serious. How much endurance has Yoshiyuki Ogata got this evening?
Yeah, now the underclink section, and these crimps are really not so in-cut. They're mostly round, but they're on a sharp edge, so they somehow get a bit better. Oh, but he's struggling with his body position right now. He tries to cross in to avoid his underclink. Yeah, and he's slightly panicking there.
Yeah, he is. He looks a bit flustered as he drops back down.
I started breathing fast now.
The stashes into it. I hope you're at home too.
Oh, do something.
So he's just sort of stuck in this position. But if he does that, he's going to have to unleash way to the right.
No, this is not going to be a smart idea. But I don't know why he feels uncomfortable with just committing to the move to the left.
Now he does, but just gets it.
Then, when you think about it, it's a very fun move.
Yeah, it's a long way. Slaps, misses, and peels off.
Misses both of them. With a bit more commitment, he would have probably been able to do a couple of more moves. Kicks you out. Okay,
that was a big jump for Sascha there.
Yeah. Not among the taller people, but he's good at finding his own solutions, but sometimes there's also a limit to that,
So 2 golds and a bronze to his name. It'd be good to see him get up on the podium. I mean, he's so popular. I don't know what it is about Sascha. He's just that personality.
Yeah, he's a very friendly person, and I remember we met in 2012 on the World Championships in Singapore. It's my youth championships, my second World Youth ever, and was on the beach like here, and the Swiss team threw me in the sea. It was really hilarious, like 3 guys just swinging me out and pushing me out in the sea. My first impressions of Sascha.
I'm sure I'll be pleased to hear that. Right, well, Sascha's quickly through this first part of the athletes going really quickly down low. Oh, double, is that toe? No, one toe.
That is a toe hook. I like that. It's a bicycle, we call it. You press with one foot and you pull with the other one.
Someone put on their Instagram today that they need to train toe hooks, and it made me think about it because toe hooks seem to be more and more at the moment. There was that heel hook phase where everyone was doing crazy heel hooks, and now that's almost normal. But these toes we're seeing, there's some big ones in the women's as well yesterday.
Yeah, I always prefer toe hooks to heel hooks. Maybe it's because of my foot flexibility and maybe I have stronger toes. And toe hooking gives you more height or closeness to the next hold because heel hook shortens you down. And this is why I always opt for toe hook if I can. But as you train toe hooks, you train the heel hooks as well. So one is hamstrings, one is I don't know what, the shin bone muscles or whatever they're called. I don't know the English word.
So Sascha's on the first of the moves, really.
Oh,
easy for Sascha, just locking off that crimp.
I really like this move because you're crossing in and it's pulling you down, but you have to get the counter force on the right with your heel. Very smooth.
You like it because it's technical, that's why. Yeah. You could see it.
This is a bit of an uncomfortable position here in this semi-frog. It's like not full frog, but...
Yeah, Sascha choosing not really to rest down low as he gets towards this jump that shut everyone down so far. So, where's this screw-on you were talking about?
On the left one behind it, there's like a red disc. You can see it at the upper part of the screen.
Oh, the one he's jumping to?
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that one. It's not a particularly good hold, but it gives some extra positive angle to the...
Sascha does
she
get
does
it.
the move! Oh man, this made me so happy right now. Because we always are afraid that Sascha will not do a jump, but now Sascha is the first one to do the jump.
He just beat Yoshiyuki Ogata to the jump.
Oh man.
That's awesome from Sascha. Now he
what
needs
a
to...
performance. He just needs to pull it together now.
Ball's going right. This is it, isn't it?
Apparently, in every competition, his female teammates mock him or try to get something out of him. Like, Luca, do you ever get like a bit nervous? Like,
So he's the Iceman of climbing. We're nicknaming here.
Yeah, no. Why would I be?
Wow. All right.
I don't need to be nervous. I'm enjoying climbing. But like, for example, if you warm up and you don't do a boulder or you feel like you're not doing well in a warm up, I don't care about warm up. I have a route to climb. They're all like, oh, okay.
This is the Slovenian Iceman.
Damn.
That's
Even the girls were shocked. Like,
I am going to call him that forever now, even if he specifically asked me not to. So he makes the clip before going right. And he's, you know, one of those ones you kind of circle for potential podium places in this final.
Yeah, he was second in Munich. Vice champion. Slovenia was really proud of him. Oh, that was a bit of a
Kept that left in a long time.
Yeah, keeping the foot behind you gives you comfort to do the moves with your hands, but then once you have to release it at some point, and then it gets a bit uncomfortable. Toe hook here.
Right, he's underneath the first of the black volumes. Those holds getting really chalked up now. It's a wide pinch that as well.
Yoshiyuki did, or Sascha as well.
Oh, that was the dodgy slap.
But people seem to feel okay with it. And
yeah, I mean...
you're right to commit on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's a strong lad. But yeah, you can do it in a very slow way. Or you can snatch like that.
Depends really on your body size and your preferences. Because sometimes if you're scrunched in and you're pushing against the volume, they can strain your back so much, and then you feel so uncomfortable that you start over gripping again, and then you've done nothing really.
So we know there's a slightly dodgy move here, but everyone else, apart from Satone, have made it look kind of easy. He does too, reaching up. It's just weird with the body. Chalking up, not a full rest, immediately goes right. The Iceman is enjoying this, I think.
Yeah, he looks so composed. This is impressive.
It's great when you see an athlete like that just sort of own the moment.
Yes.
And you see sort of Natalia do this quite a lot, and Luca there in his own way was doing it, but now he's really struggling a bit. Oh, he gets it. That's the hold that was missed before.
Yeah, it's funny that they all opt to go for the upper one directly and not the lower one and then correct the upper one. There's another extra move, but it gives you some kind of security. And now he has to jump.
Only Sascha's got through this point so far.
Oh.
Just.
That was very close, actually.
That right hand was sliding towards the edge. I was watching it go.
Yeah, the jib seems to be saving today.
Well, we'll see a replay of that later. That was a slippy, slidey move, but he made it work and then gets a high toe and rests on the sloper.
Hypes up the crowd a little bit, and they are hyped to be hyped.
Right, so can he get higher than Sascha Lehmann? Sascha got a few moves more. Luca needs really one more to get this. There's the graphic on the left, so he's close, 29, now moves to 30, half a move and he'll get it. He should get it.
Yeah,
Was he going backwards though? It's hard to tell from that angle.
Like the Americans brought them into ISO. I have no idea how they happen to be there and
but
why.
They're not permanent, right?
No, you see mine is already wearing off.
Yeah, Sascha's got sort of a red triceratops, I think it is.
Yes,
Look at my dinosaur
brown.
knowledge.
So good at
On the guns. And Yannick's got it on his shoulder. So that's the meaning behind that, because a lot of people were asking me about what that was all about. And I didn't know yesterday, obviously.
Yeah. People saw them, and I'm really happy they did. Like Natalia and Brooke, they were a bit shy. They were like, I'll put him on the ankle. And then, Sascha, where'd you put it? On the biceps. And then Alex came, and Yannick and Basti, oh no, shoulder, biceps. Of course. I think Hamish also got one.
Well, I thought his was real.
No.
I genuinely did. I talked about it on the live. Hey, look, let's stop talking about tattoos, because Yannick Flohé is making progress on this route here, crossing under. definitely not a crack because we get a better angle on that. There's a screw on behind there. I always like to say a crack's in there because like, lots of people enjoy crack climbing and they go crazy.
We can't know from this angle. I don't think it's a crack. They're just like joined together and there's a little bit of like a slot on the bottom.
I think it's a blue screw on underneath it.
Yes.
Got a shot. Right, so Yannick Flohé is Mr. Shoulders if Luca was Mr. Iceman. So he should enjoy some of these powerful moves coming up.
Yes, definitely. But we'll see how he'll find himself in the pyramidal section with red screw-ons, which requires some weird positioning and body tension.
Up to the crimp from Yannick. Looks like he just wants to flow up. Ooh, interesting.
It's a bit higher, Yannick, not that one. Not there.
I mean, it sort of makes sense when you see him do it like that. But this move's going to be hard.
But now he has to change his foot, and he
hasn't clipped either.
This was a bad decision, I think.
Yannick is stretched out here. Well, he's made it work. I wonder how much that burned him out.
I think he's happy to have cheated the boulder.
You rarely see that, like an athlete completely miss a section like that.
It happens. I think it happens in qualifications more often than in the other parts, because in semis and finals they really make sure you can't cheat it through. But I don't know. Oh, finds a knee bar.
Yeah, it's not like when Sascha says cheat, she doesn't mean like it's dodging the rules. It's just what we sort of say when an athlete breaks a route setter's route.
Good that you're explaining this because it's such a usual. Okay, the jump. Oh, so jump. Easy. This was the easiest one
ever.
Yeah,
cruised it. What were we worried about? Yeah, so he's not cheating. He's just cheating what the route setters wanted him to do.
So not doing the intended bit. Oh!
But I feel with this route, it kind of could be anyone's game. Like, everyone seems to struggle with different bits. Oh, so watch Al sort of make use of a non-hold there on the left.
If you have a route like this in semi-finals like yesterday, it's so exciting and it's so unpredictable. And I must say, like, okay, we had our head at route setting the last comps, but now this comp was really well done. It was hard, but it was hard enough and not too hard. Yeah, you fell in the middle of the route and you still got into finals or semis, but it got a good separation. There was a lot of power and brain involved in this whole competition, and apparently route setters spent a lot of time going through each section precisely and getting the right difficulty and not being afraid to make it too hard, which is a very important factor here. If you get no tops, it's okay. This sport is not for the show. It's for the sport.
Oh, ow, snatches again. A little less positive than the others, almost falling backwards out of it. Crosses up to the pinches. Last athlete out, and the last one who can really can make an impact on the podium. Yeah, I think it's a good point, Sascha. It's a tricky one between a show and an athletic thing.
Sure, there has to be an element of a show, but show shouldn't dictate what the sport is. And we see this so often. And there's a limit, there's a margin.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something I think everyone's learning as well as things get bigger and bigger.
True, I think everyone's like testing the field a little bit, sometimes going too far. And I think it's good that we all talk and speak up when things happen that we don't agree with, like route setting or rule changes or organization changes or anything basically.
So Al slaps out to the right, then drops the left under. Now all power moves.
This is the safe bet. I think. Go first and then again.
Sascha seal of approval as he bumps instead of just snatching upwards. But this jump is a biggie. He gets set.
Launch.
Goes but drops it. Luca Potocar in front of his home crowd. A fairy tale beginning to this Slovenian comp. 30 plus his score. Sascha Lehmann, same score, bumped back due to count back to semi-finals. He takes silver. And Yannick Flohé with the bronze medal.